Hey friends, it's Hope and today I'm here to do a full face makeup tutorial. This was requested by Jordan from the Jordan Journal, so without further ado, let's get this started. I'm going to take my MAC Fix Plus and spray that all over my face to prime the skin. I'm going to let that dry. Then I'm going to be taking two different foundations today. I'm going to be mixing the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation and the Dewy and Smooth Foundation from Maybelline. I am literally going to be dabbing the foundation just all over my face, and I will eventually mix those all up together with my beauty blender. So yeah, just applying it all over. I am now going to take my well-loved Real Techniques beauty sponge. I know it looks dirty, but I just cleaned it. It's just stained. But I'm going to just dab all of that foundation into the skin and try to accomplish a very smooth and even complexion with this foundation, speeding up the process for you guys. To cover up those pesky blemishes, I'm taking my Maybelline Master Conceal and just putting that all over the areas I want to cover and going over that with my beauty sponge. Next, I'm going to take my Airspun loose face powder that I found at Walmart. It does have a potent smell, so just be warned about that. But I'm going to apply that all over my face. This helps with setting the foundation and also controlling all the oil. Then you bust out in a happy dance because you're about to use your favorite e.l.f. Total Face brush to dust away all that stanky powder. Once it is all brushed away, your skin will look nice and smooth and matte. For my eye primer today, I'm using the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I love their primer potions. This is obviously a sample, but I am impressed with it so far. So I'm putting that all over the lid, and then I'm going to take my OG Naked palette with this flat, fluffy brush from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to dip that in the first shade. And I'm going to be applying that all over the lid where I put that primer. So I just want to set the primer. We're going back in with the Airspun and placing that under the eyes, so if there's fallout, I can just sweep that all away. Using the same Naked palette, I'm going to be working on my crease. So I'm taking my favorite Wet n Wild blending crease brush and dipping that in the color Naked, and I will be applying that in windshield wiper motions all throughout my crease, creating that transition shade. Of course, I'm going to be doing it on the other eye as well, just building up that color, and then I'll be taking the color Buck with my blending brush from Sephora. This is going to just deepen that crease just a little bit. So just like I did with the color Naked, I'm going to be doing the same thing with Buck, except for focusing it more in the crease. Once that is complete, we move on to the fun stuff. Now I'm going to take my Fix Plus and spray that on the brush that came with the palette, and I'm going to dip that into Sidecar, which is this beautiful shimmery bronze color, and I'm going to pat that all over the lid. And of course I'm going to do that on both sides of the lid, just really focusing on patting it in and making that color really pop. Going back in with that Sephora blending brush, I'm going to take a Dark Horse and focus that on the outer edge of my eyelid, just deepening the outer edges. I'm just going to keep applying more and more until I get the desired darkness. After we achieve that look, we are going to just dust away all that extra powder and any fallout that was on our face, and we are going to begin with our lower lash line. I'm taking this really old Smashbox brush and just putting Naked and then Buck all over the lower lash line. So I'm just layering those two colors up to make a little bit of a gradient, and then I'm going to go in with Sidecar with my Urban Decay brush and just putting that more towards the inner part of my lower lash line to give it a little bit of a pop, if you know what I mean. You all are about to witness my shameful brow routine. I don't really ever do my brows, but when I do, this is what I do. I take this angled brush from Sephora, dip it into Buck from the Urban Decay palette, and I just kind of fill in the sparse areas of my eyebrows. And then, guys, get this. I take this really, really old mascara from CoverGirl that literally barely has any product in it left. It's super dry, so I just really need to invest in a brow gel or something. But yeah, I just run that all over my brows to kind of keep them in place. I know, it's ridiculous. But moving on to blush, I'm taking this Wet n Wild Color Icon shade in Mellow Wine and using my blush brush from Wet n Wild and applying that all over the cheeks. I'm going to lightly build it up to my desired color, but I usually don't go for a very bold blush look, so I keep it pretty subtle typically. Then we're going to move to highlight. I'm using my Wet n Wild Fergie collection in the shade Hollywood Boulevard and a Real Technique brush to apply that highlight to my upper cheekbone and curving that up near my eyebrow. You know, just to give a little subtle glow, just like my blush. I like my highlight to be a little subtle too. Then I'm going to take my all-time favorite mascara, which is by CoverGirl. It is the Super Sizer, and I'm just going to run that all over the top part of my lashes. I love the length and the volume that it gives. It never gets clumpy, and it's waterproof. When I say it's my favorite, it for real is my favorite. So moving on to our bottom lashes, we're going to be using this mascara from Ulta that has two sides, one for your upper and one for your lower. I love this for my lower because the applicator is so teeny tiny. I feel like it can just grab every single lash without making them look too dramatic. And to finish up this look, I'm using my favorite CoverGirl lipstick, and I'm so sad because I've used almost all of it. But anyways, it's in the shade 200 Sultry. I think it complements my skin tone really, really well. It's this beautiful pinky nude shade, and it never dries out my lips, which is a huge bonus. Alright friends, well that is the look for my full face tutorial today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm sure I will see you guys soon. Bye!